morning. Good morning. Happy Monday, everybody. I'm going to tell you what, I wasn't a big fan. If you guys remember, like the old StreamYard 30-second intro music, if you guys remember that, I wasn't a big fan when they switched it to this new music, but it's kind of growing on me a little bit. I'm not going to lie. It's growing a little bit. It's not intolerable anymore. I don't mind it. I don't mind it now. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. We've got a lot to talk about as far as what went on during the weekend. And then we just have a truly huge week on tap here. NBA Finals 1-1, Stanley Cup Final 1-1. We've got MLB all week. We've got mandatory mini camps coming for the NFL, ready to heat up there. Contract news all over the place. Aaron Rodgers is a Steeler. And then, of course, last but surely not least, we have the U.S. Open starting Thursday. Boots on the ground will be in effect this Sunday for the final round of the 125th U.S. Open. We will be live from Oakmont. Make sure you guys go follow the Rolling Insights TikTok account. There will be some TikToks posted from the tournament. We will have so much action going on Sunday. Every matchup you could think of, I will be betting it. So we've got lots coming this week. I've put in, so we'll do a big, I kind of want to figure out how to play this because typically Steve comes on Wednesday. So obviously that will be continuing. So maybe tomorrow we'll do like the full US Open preview. I did lock in some outrights and I'm going to show you guys that now. And then we can preview the course and all that stuff tomorrow. But just from a high level point of view, this course is so hard. This is basically like the hardest course that these guys will ever play. It is that hard, Oakmont. So I don't think there's when the course is this hard, I personally don't think there's a large group of guys that can win this golf tournament. I think we're looking at the best of the best in terms of who can actually win this tournament. So I don't typically ever bet markets like this, but I will be betting this winner without Bryson, Scotty, Rahm, Rory. I will be betting that market this week. And it's because I'm interested in some guys at some bigger numbers that I don't really know if I don't know if they can win the tournament, but they can certainly come in, second or third or fourth, like definitely. So there's some guys I'm interested in. First and foremost, if you guys have watched the streams for a while, this is back January, February. We took Sepp Straka to win the U.S. Open. It was like 90-1. He's down to 50-1. I'm still fine with him. Like outside of the elites, and when I say elites, I don't really know where I'm at with Rory right now, just because of what's been going on with him, how bad he just played at the Canadian Open. I don't think he really cared about the Canadian Open, but I just don't know where he is mentally. So yeah, I don't know. Outside of Scotty, Bryson, Rahm, I think Sepp Straka has as good of a chance as anybody, and his numbers support that. But so for this market, hold on, let me. So for this, the winner without Bryson, Rahm, Rory, Scotty, for this market, I'm taking 4 outrights, and these are going to be my typical, 0.3, 0.4 unit bets. And then we'll get into like the big stuff tomorrow and Wednesday. Like I'm sure I'll have like, a big placement bet or something like that. I'm very early on in the research process, but I do know what outrights I'm taking in this specific winner without market. And it is going to be Sepp Straka at 25-1. No shocker there. We already have an outright ticket on him just to win. but I'm doubling down, taking him there. Tyrrell Hatton, also at 25-1, is going to go onto that list. Ben Griffin at 35-1, someone that we've bet quite a few times this season. Honestly, think he sets up pretty well here. Just played pretty well on a tough course at Muirfield a few weeks ago. Does have some pretty decent length as well, and I do think length is going to be important here with how treacherous this rough looks. And then the final one is going to be Harris English at 50-1. I actually really like Harris English this week. He's played well in multiple recent U.S. Opens. If you go back to the 2020 U.S. Open, which was at Winged Foot, another very, very challenging course. That was the one that Bryson DeChambeau won. No shocker. Bryson was -6. Nobody else was even under par in that U.S. Open in 2020. Harris English with the top 5 there. Underrated player, underrated U.S. Open player, and I like him at 50-1 in a winner without market. I'll probably be on Harris English, like a top 20, top 30. I'm probably just going to bet that by itself. So getting him at 50-1, winner without, I think is fine. So 4 guys for me in this winner without Bryson, Rahm, Rory, Scotty group. Sepp Straka and Tyrrell Hatton both at 25-1, Ben Griffin at 35-1, and Harris English at 50-1. Those are going to be my 4 outrights, mainly for the week. I don't know if I'm going to take any other outrights, to be honest with you guys, just because I think it's so likely that I'm honestly going to take Rory out of that group just because I don't know where he is right now in the head. But I think it's so likely that your winner is coming from this Scotty, Bryson, Rahm grouping. So probably won't take any other outrights. If you wanted to go bigger unit on a Bryson or Rahm, I think that's totally fine. I'm just trying to avoid it altogether, and just hopefully we could just get a sweat. If we could just get a sweat with one of these 4 guys up at the top, towards the top on Sunday, anything can happen, on a course this challenging. So I think that'd be really fun if we can get one of these longer odds guys just to give us a sweat. That's mainly all I'm looking for. So locking these outrights in. We will have more U.S. Open talk tomorrow. We'll do, probably a placement or some sort of a bigger bet, maybe a make the cut parlay, something along those lines. And we'll preview the course and all that stuff tomorrow or Wednesday, one of the two. But just wanted to get those out of the way because I know I took those. So if you guys want to tail along, those are my U.S. Open outright picks in the winner without market. As far as NBA goes, so series is 1-1. Thunder predictably, big win and cover last night after the letdown in game 1. No shocker there. I think this can go one of 2 ways. It's is the Thunder going to do what we thought they were going to do? Are they just going to win out? Is it going to be a 5-1? They just had that bad game. Or, can Indiana split here as well and get it 2-2 going back to OKC? I think that is the big question. If the Thunder play to their potential, I don't think the Pacers will win another game this series. But if the Thunder come out and they force 30 turnovers and don't score on them, then yeah, the Pacers can most certainly get right back in and win one of these home games. So I think that could go either way. I'd be willing. I wish we would have bought back in on OKC -2.5 at plus whatever it was. It was plus 260 or something. You can still get it at plus 180. I don't know. It's tough. I don't know if Indiana will win another game though. If OKC just plays to their potential, Indiana shouldn't win another game. But the Pacers have done this all, postseason. They've outperformed and just continue to defy the odds. So I don't know. But if it were up to me, I think it's going to be 5-1 OKC. I'd probably be willing to jump back in on that -2.5 for OKC. As far as prop stuff goes, I mean, we'll talk more about it. When is the game? Wednesday. We'll talk more Wednesday about it from a prop angle, but I do think that I think the Thunder are probably just going to win out. Felt weird that the Pacers pulled the starters. Yeah, it was a little bit weird. Maybe they just, I don't know. I don't have an explanation as to why. I don't know if I don't know if anyone asked him post game if he answered. I'm not sure. I didn't watch any post game interviews. Definitely did seem a little weird though. I do agree there. As for Stanley Cup, I told you guys last week, and okay, wait, we'll get back in on the weekend review here. I told you guys on Friday I would be betting Alcaraz over Sinner if that was the matchup. I did bet Alcaraz 2.5 unit. I posted 2.5 unit Alcaraz money line -110, and that was like the sweatiest. Yesterday was the sweatiest day I've had all year. Alcaraz, insane comeback to win. That was extremely sweaty. Then we rolled that right into Spain, where we had a loss in penalty kicks on Spain. I can't believe Spain lost that game. I can't believe it even went to penalty kicks. I don't know what was going on with that, but that was a sweaty loss. And then we rolled that right into the PGA, where we had taken Ryan Fox live at plus 330 going into Sunday. He was like, he played so bad his first like 6 holes. He wasn't even on the leaderboard, like on the TV. He was down. He was still down at 15 under, and Kevin Yu had jumped out to a lead. Sam Burns had made a run up there. Cam Young had made it up there, and then he comes out of nowhere on his back nine. He missed a very close birdie putt on like the 12th or 13th. I can't remember what hole. Very close birdie putt missed there, and then he missed a birdie putt on 17. Like, he should have made that birdie putt on 17 and then potentially birdied the par 5 18th to win, but he didn't. Missed another close birdie. Somehow buries like a long, like, I didn't think there was any way he was going to make that putt on 18 to force a playoff. He made it. And then we just had to sweat out like 5 playoff holes. I don't even know what was going on with that. And then he hit the craziest shot I've ever seen with that. When he hit that wood to like 5 feet, that was insane. But that was a sweaty day of betting between Alcaraz and Fox. I mean, I was just done. Like, I didn't even want to bet on the basketball game last night. I was like, I'm just tired from sweating these bets. Like, I don't even want to sweat anything else out. But I told you guys on Friday I would be taking Alcaraz over Sinner. I also told you that if the Florida Panthers won that game, which I thought they would, I would be willing to buy back in on the Oilers to win the series. They're -102. They don't have home ice anymore. The Panthers have more home games left if it were to go, 6, 7 games, whatever. But I still think Edmonton's going to come back and win this. I don't care. Like, I thought Florida was going to win that game. It's so funny. I didn't give it out or anything, but I just like randomly was watching the game. There was like 12 minutes left, and I just bet Corey Perry to score a goal, like hoping for overtime. And somehow he scored with like 16 seconds left. That was crazy. That was like a 12-1 winner. And then I wish I would have bet Marchand, because Steve, actually, if you're in the Discord, the Rolling Insights Discord, I posted in there the slip of me winning that Corey Perry bet. And then I said that I was going to I took Bouchard in overtime, and he said, I'm going with Marchand. I missed him saying that. I would have put that in, and then Marchand did score an OT. So I wish I would have seen that. But yeah, that was fun. I thought Florida would win that game, though. They did. I still think Edmonton's going to win this series. So if you didn't take the Oilers pre-series, I'd be fine jumping in on them at -102 tonight. Goal scorers. I feel like Verhaeghe is due for a goal. I don't know, like, just off of vibes. I'm surprised he didn't score in that last game. Corey Perry was like, I need to go back and check when Aiden came on 2 weeks ago and he was talking about Corey Perry. I swear he was like 5 or 6-1, and now he's down to like plus 290. He just keeps scoring. I don't know. Verhaeghe and Bouchard still feel like due for goals in this game coming into it. So those are like 2 I would look at, but I don't know. I haven't like looked into the game much in terms of goal scoring or shots or anything like that. It was just purely based on vibes. But yeah, we'll see who wins this game tonight. I'll be rooting for Edmonton. Hopefully they can split here in Florida and get home ice back. That's what the mission is. We don't need to win both. I'm saying we like I'm on the team. I just bet on them. Edmonton does not need to win both of these games. Just win one of them. And yeah, it's probably going 7. Mike, what's up? Thunder should be up 2-0. Completely agree. I think I just said, I don't know how recently you joined in the stream, Mike, but I would be pretty shocked if Indiana wins another game this series. So I liked the Thunder minus 2.5 games series spread pre-series. It was minus 118 when I took it. You can get it like plus 180 now. So you're basically betting plus 180 on the Thunder to win every single game, just win out here and 4-1 it. I think that is fine. I would be really surprised if Indiana wins another game personally. As for baseball tonight, I want to look at, you guys know, we've just religiously bet against Brian Bayo all season. His numbers are still trash. So I want to look at Shane Baz and see, can we get some value on the Rays here? Shane Baz doesn't look very good to me either. Underlying stats, thought he would have a pretty big season. So last year when we saw him, 306 ERA, 362 expected. Not a high strikeout rate guy. Like his rookie season, he was really high, and then 2022 he was really high. Coming back, he wasn't a high strikeout arm last year, but the underlying stats were pretty good. This year they look a little bit more suspect. I still just don't really trust Bayo, though. I want to see. It's probably Rays first 5 for me today. And then I don't know. I mean, maybe full game, but I'm not looking to go out of my way to bet against the Boston Red Sox because they've been so unlucky this season. They've lost so many one-run games. It's just not sustainable. Like they're going to start winning some close games. So I'm not really going out of my way to bet against the Red Sox right now. I think first 5 probably would be the ideal look for me here. So Rays first 5 is on my list today. Looking down further, man, Zach Wheeler really let us down. Whenever that was, it was like a week ago. I think it was his last start, to be honest with you. Let me pull that up. Let's see. Yeah, it was his last start against the Braves. He threw 5 innings, gave up 6 earned runs. Yeah, just not good. I'm not worried about him, but honestly, Matt Boyd has been pretty good. Like, if we take the starting pitchers out of this, first of all, Matt Boyd's been good. But if we just take the starting pitchers out of it, this Phillies lineup has not been good. If we just look at the Phillies in general, they have lost. I mean, they just got swept by the Pirates. They've lost 5 in a row, and they've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of their last 10. The Phillies are just a disaster right now. And they're on this 5-game losing streak. The Cubs, on the other hand, have been playing very good. Outside of playing the Tigers, I mean, that's kind of, that's its own thing. The Tigers are nasty. The Tigers took 2 out of 3 against them, but other than that, they've been playing pretty good recently. So I don't know. I might kind of be willing to jump in on the Cubs here. I don't trust the Phillies offense right now, especially with no Bryce Harper. I don't really trust the Phillies bullpen either. So if the Cubs can just navigate Zach Wheeler for 7 innings, 6, 7 innings, I would expect Zach Wheeler to have a kind of bounce back start after that last one. But man, I just can't really trust him to get any run support right now. I mean, this lineup is objectively bad. So we have Schwarber at the top and Trey Turner, right? Like those guys are fine. And then it's like Bohm, Castellanos, Real Muto, Sosa, Stott, Wilson, Rojas. Like, it's just bad after that. I mean, Alec Bohm has been solid. I don't think he's bad by any stretch. And then Castellanos is Castellanos. But after that, it's like the bottom of this lineup is rough right now. I mean, Real Muto's hitting 220. And then none of these other guys like scare me at all. And Boyd obviously has the I mean, he's gonna be lefty on Schwarber. Everyone else is gonna be righty though. I mean, it's gonna be super right heavy lineup. Let me check what Boyd's done against righties this year just for reference. Because he's gonna see basically all righties other than Schwarber. Let's see here. We'll go down to splits. 2025. Against the lefties, obviously, he's actually been reverse splits this season. Now, this is a small sample. We're talking 12 games. But 249 batting average against righties. He's given up 8 home runs to righties, 0 to lefties. So that's definitely a little bit of a concern. But overall, I mean, the numbers are pretty fine. It's just you're worried about maybe like a one-off. There could be a solo shot or something mixed in. He needs to limit the damage. There definitely could be a home run hit against him, though. There's no denying there. He's going to throw a lot of fastballs. I don't know if we have any real like BVP here. Not that I care, but just for reference, there's no sample size whatsoever. So I just be looking for good fastball hitters against or on the Phillies, I guess. Right-handed fastball hitters if you want like a one-off home run, but. Yeah, I'm interested in the Cubs. I'm going to put the Cubs in. I don't really trust the Phillies right now. I'm fine betting against them. I'm pretty surprised, like 67% of the bets on the Cubs. I'm surprised it's not more than that, but I guess, the Zach Wheeler factor is scaring people off, which I can understand. I don't really see anything else that sticks out here in the baseball streets. Probably just these two for me today. And then we could look into some props. I mean, I would be interested in some Rays props. Honestly, the Dodgers as slight favorites might be a little bit interesting. Pavetta's been pretty good though. I need to look into that one a little bit deeper, but overall Rays and Cubs for me in the baseball streets today. But yeah, I think that about does it for today's stream. Tomorrow, plan for US Open preview tomorrow. We'll dive into the course and we'll really go deep on it. Since Steve comes on Wednesday, so we'll probably talk hockey and basketball on Wednesday and look at our FSGA teams, and then tomorrow we'll do like a full US Open preview. We'll talk baseball as well, and then we'll talk everything. But plan for US Open preview tomorrow. Overall, thank you guys for tuning in. Good luck tonight with your bets, DFS, fantasy, all that stuff. I will be live tomorrow, 11 a.m., same time, same place. And I'll see everybody then.